Okay, everyone, so this is Grandma's outdoor kitchen that Grandma and Grandpa built. And this is where we have all of our family gatherings and meals. You can see over here I have my wood burning stove that I can cook on. And there is the Blue Eddy. Hello, everyone. I wanted to give you an update on my off-grid outdoor kitchen. So I went with the Blue Eddy AC 300 and 2 battery packs. One of the reasons I went this way is because it's very easy to expand. I can add 2 more batteries to the AC 300, and then I can double the size by adding another AC 300 and 4 more batteries and join them together. So this system is very versatile. It can grow with you as you need it. I'm not an electrician, but the Blue Eddy made it very easy for me to understand how to set up my own solar system for off-grid. So it's very easy. It's called plug and play. They give you all of the cables you need to plug your batteries into your AC 300. So here is my solar arrays. I have 2 solar arrays set up in my garden. You can see my garden is down there. This is a grassy area at the end of the garden that I don't use. And here is our outdoor kitchen building. It's pretty close. Here's the PVC pipe. The wires go up through there and then into the window, and I put duct tape, that white tape. The PVC pipe is buried in the ground, and it runs all the way over to the panels. Here are our 2 solar arrays. This is array number 1. This is array number 2. Now let's see how I wired that up. So these are 200-watt solar panels by EcoWorthy. They're bifacial. Okay, so at first I couldn't figure out how to tell the positive from the negative, but I did finally figure it out. And I marked up here, this side is positive, this side is negative. I went down all of the panels and I put a permanent marker on all of them. Then I put a piece of blue tape on the wire that is positive. Okay, so I marked all my positive wires. I didn't connect anything. I just marked all the wires on the panels with a piece of blue tape. I'm going to come back with a red zip tie. I ordered some zip ties, and I'm going to put red zip ties on all of the positives so that I'll always know. Okay, so my panels are hooked up in series, which means you're going to hook a positive to a negative next door. So this panel hooks to this panel, positive to negative. Then the positive to the negative, positive to the negative, positive to the negative. Okay, so that means we have an extra positive right here. And at the very end, we have an extra negative. So what I had to do is I had to order wire. I ordered the thickest gauge wire I could. I got positive and negative, and I connected it. So since this is negative, I made an end for it, and then I connected the wire, and I ran the wire, and you notice I have a number 2 on here. So if anybody comes up, they know this is solar array wire number 2. That is the negative. And we're coming all the way down here, and here is the positive wire that I ran, and I put a connector on the end, and I connected it to the positive wire on the solar panel. Okay, so to keep these separated, I put tape on them. Plus also, we don't need any rabbits or anything chewing our wires. I left the wire really loose so that we can raise and lower each solar array and the wire will not be too tight. I also noted on the side, solar array number 2, just in case. Okay, so I marked here a number 2. And all the way through, there is our solar array number 2 on the bottom. All the way down. Okay? Now on this solar array number 1, it's going to be the same thing. I had to mark the positive wires with a blue piece of tape. So we have a negative here. Then I have a positive that I hooked next door to the next panel's negative. A positive to a negative. A positive to a negative. A positive to a negative. And then I would have had an extra negative down here. So of course I had to run wire just like I did on solar array number 1. So I ran the negative wiring up here. I put a connector end on it, and I connected it to the negative wire on the first panel down here. Then I ran that negative wire all the way down to the very end of the solar rack, and I started my positive wire to connect to the last wire on this panel. I put a connector on the end. I put my positive wire through. I taped it, and I made sure I marked it. So there's a number 1 up here, because this is solar array number 1's wire. There's a number 2, because this is solar array number 2's wire. I also marked the side, solar array number 1. Then I taped my wires with duct tape going down into the PVC. And at the very bottom, I wrote the numbers on them again, number 1 and number 2. I ran them through PVC pipe, underground, all the way over to the building and through the window. And when it comes through the window is what you saw on the inside of the building. Okay, so here's where the wiring comes through the window. Here's where it separates into solar array number 1 and solar array number 2. Notice I still have the wires separated by ray, so it's easy. If I ever have a problem, I know which wires go where. Okay? Then I bought this breaker box, and I put connector ends on the end of my wire, and I connected them to the connectors that come on the breaker box. Okay? So then the other end of the breaker box has connectors already on there. Then I connected the Blue Eddy adapter connectors. Okay, and then it plugs in to the side of the Blue Eddy. This is a close-up picture of the breaker boxes that I attached to each solar array. This is the kit that I bought off Amazon to put on the solar wire that I ran. This is the connector kit. Okay, so at 8:30 this morning, I connected my solar panels for the very first time. My Blue Eddy that came in the mail to me was at 64%. It's been 2 hours, and we are up to 99% charge. I'm super excited. So right now, it's a cloudy day, but good thing I got the bifacial panels because it lets me collect extra sun rays. So right now, it looks like we're collecting 1,093 watts, which is not bad for a cloudy day. Okay, so once this gets fully charged, and we're almost there, I get to plug in my new Energy Star freezer that I got. Okay, so the Blue has a program that you can put on your cell phone. So as you can see, my panels have charged my batteries to 100%. And now I'm going to plug my freezer in, so I'm going to use my cell phone to turn the AC on. Say yes. So now, as you can see, the AC section of my AC300 is now activated. You can do it either using the app on your cell phone, or you can come to the screen and click AC on. So now I'm going to plug my freezer in. Actually going to use this plug over here. And there we go. Our freezer is now plugged in. Now I can look at the app on my phone or the screen. And I can see that it is now drawing 75 watts on the freezer. So there's the freezer being turned on for the very first time. It's brand new. I just got it from Lowe's. So let's see how it does. Well, the freezer is really cold. It's been running for a couple of hours. It's empty, of course. And when the compressor comes on, it uses 65 watts. And when the compressor goes off, it reads 0 watts. I think it's just because the wattage is so low that it doesn't read it. One of the reasons I'm glad I went with the Blue Eddy AC300 is the footprint. It doesn't take up a lot of space in my outdoor off-grid kitchen. I like that it's easy to stack it and assemble it. Now these cabinets that are in my outdoor kitchen I built myself out of 2x4s and fence pickets. And what I did is, because the Blue Eddy is heavy, I went ahead and added some 2x4s for more bracing. And then I cut a hole for the cables to pass through. So I have the AC 300 on the top, and then I have the 2 batteries stacked on top of each other on the shelf below. Well, I wanted to say thank you for watching my video, and thank you for allowing me to share my off-grid kitchen with you. I just wanted to show you how easy it is for somebody with no electrical experience, because I have none, and I'm actually very scared of electricity. But I did a lot of reading, and I watched a lot of videos on how to set up my solar arrays and how to set up my battery bank. I went with the Blue Eddy, and I'm glad I did, because it's very simple. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. Well, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Like and subscribe to Grandma's channel. Like and subscribe to Grandma's channel.